Okay, thank you, thank you very much. Once again, you are through to MBT Financial Services. You are with Mike. I'll be the one who will be educating you on our next topic, which is the completion of a data template. We are MBT Financial Services. We are an authorized financial services provider. You can quickly take a look. MBT Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider, FSP 49529. We are an accredited national sales and marketing intermediary for South African insurance company. Okay, great. In this video we want to discuss or show you how to complete the data template, the Excel spreadsheet where you capture your members for underwriting. You will by now obviously be having the spreadsheet, which you could have downloaded by our website by clicking on any one of these buttons here. If you click anyone here, it will take you to a sub page where you'll be able to download the spreadsheet. It will be written data template spreadsheet or a data template form. It's an Excel spreadsheet. You can click anyone here and then to take you to a sub page where you can be able to download, or you can click on download forms. It will take you to the sub page. Okay, let's go to the spreadsheet. I already have it open here. Okay, sorry about that phone ringing. This is the spreadsheet as it looks. So this is what you call the data spreadsheet, data template spreadsheet. It's just where you capture your members. Just want to quickly go through the rows for you so you see what to capture on the spreadsheet. Okay, the first column will be saying NO for number. So we've put some information on the spreadsheet already as examples. So I just want to show you what you do from there. Okay, these examples, the information you see on the spreadsheet here is examples. So you will remove some information, you will leave some information. Okay, on the spreadsheet the first column says number. The second column on the top, you'll see here there is alphabets A, B, C, D, as normally is on a spreadsheet. Okay, just hold on a second for me quickly. So the information here you can always take out and then put your information. Now the first column is number, NO. We've already put the 1, which means that is the first policy that you have that you'll be capturing on the policy, and then we put there after a few members. We just gave you space here to can capture your members. Then later on we put 2. It's just a duplicate of the same things that you had on top. It's just saying from here you can capture your second client. On the spreadsheet we have done some calculations. On the premium side there's already some programming that has been done to calculate your premiums. Okay, so the first column is number 1, the number 2, and then if you scroll down you'll see there's 3, 4 as it goes down. We've captured this up to 20, which you can then copy and paste to multiply to thousands of policies. Okay, and then the second column is role, and then we gave you the first person on your policy should always be the policy holder. So the role of the first person is always the policy holder. So this you don't change, you don't touch, you don't write anything, you keep it as policy holder. The third column is relationship. The relationship of the first person is a principal member. It is his relationship to the policy holder. It is the relationship of whoever we are discussing here to the policy holder. So the first person is the same as the policy holder. It is the policy holder. So we're still continuing. The next column is the premium. The premium, you should have got it from the rate guide or the quote according to the ages. So before you start capturing this particular spreadsheet, you should have checked how to use or to calculate the rates from the quote or the rates, the price from the quote or the rates, which there's a video of course that shows you how to do that. The premium you should be putting here is the one that you've got from the rates. The cover, you will put an amount, for example 10,000. You will write 10,000 there if the cover is 10,000, or 5,000 if, or 20,000, whatever cover you wanted. The benefit code, you will write the same amount as that of written on the cover amount. And then the name, now you capture the names here. Before here you just captured the principal member, the policyholder, the relationship, the role. You never captured the actual names of the person. You only start capturing names from where it says name, the column of name, which is L. You only start capturing the names, the name, the first name and the second name if it's got it, then the surname, which is the last name if we obviously everybody's got that. Now ID number, either you write the ID number or the date of birth. There must be one of those two, ID number or date of birth. If there's somebody hasn't got one of those two, he must not be on the spreadsheet. We cannot be able to underwrite him. On the principal member or the policyholder, we need a contact number. For FICA, we need a contact number only for the principal member. The following people, the spouse, the children, no need for this. They will only be captured up to ID number or date of birth. Then the principal member will just need a contact number and an address, which will be your physical address. Can be stand number what or house number what, the suburb or the village, and then the area and the code. For example, I can quickly write 128 Summit View Estate, Midrand. This is an example. 062. I'm giving an example. That will be your physical address. Now, in an instance where you do not have the house number, you can just write the estate name and then, or the village name, the town, and the code. In an instance where you do not have such information. Okay, and then you continue on. That was for the principal. We're still discussing the principal member. Remember, commencement is the same as you would have written on your proposal form. The commencement date is the date in which your policy will commence. When do you believe that you would have done everything and want the policy to start? If now I've made the payment, I'll be paying from the 1st of the next month. The commencement will be the 1st of the next month, and then that is the month that I'm able to put down the first payment. The first, we always write the first of that particular month that I want my cover to start. And then we continue with the spreadsheet. Debit date, these only apply for employee benefits or burial societies that the amount will be fixed. Then we can load a debit order. Then we'll write the date that you want to debit. But if you're a parlor, you don't need to do, you won't be using a debit order because your amount will always be different every month because of the new class clients that you were able to get or to get for the month. Okay, collection, you can write the debit order, or you can write cash or EFT. How are you going to pay the policy? Okay, so if you're a parlor, we'll prefer that it be EFT or cash because then your amount will be different every month. Then you cannot have a debit order because your amount will differ every month. Okay, then that's you. There's bank details. If you're not using a debit order, you don't need to complete that. Only those that are going to be using a debit order to pay their policy, then they can write that. Remember, that is your information as an employer or as a business, not your particular client's information. We need your information. Okay, alright, great. Now that was the first person who was the principal member or the policy holder. Now the second row, remember here we only write number only on the principal. We don't write for anyone. It's just one policy. These are its dependents. Okay, the second under role, you don't have to write anything there. You can, unless if this was a member plus 9, then you can leave everyone as extended dependents, and here extended dependents, because it doesn't really matter what relationship they are. If they are member plus 9, it's just one member and the rest they are all extended. But if this is a family policy, now we need to write relationships. Then role we can delete there, and then relationship we can write maybe the second person will be a spouse. If there's a spouse on the policy, then we'll write spouse. The premium will be included. Whatever that principal is paying will include the spouse, right? Even on a member plus 9, whatever that the principal is paying will include for everyone. On a member plus 9, it's one premium that includes everyone. On the family product, which is the Umpakati, it's premium that will include the spouse and the children. It doesn't matter how many children that is. The children that are below the age of what? 21. So now then you will remove that they are not dependents, they're children. So after you've captured the spouse and the children, now you're done. One premium covering the spouse, the principal, the spouse, then the children. So if this particular person has got extended, now we leave it as extended, and then we come this side. Then extended dependent, it could either be a brother, an uncle, a sister, a father, whatever the case is. So if you've got that relationships, you can write father. Now on the father, because in its extended, on your rate guide you'll see there's a rate for father or for basically extended. Then you put the premiums, no longer inclusive. This here meant inclusive or included. Now here for the father is not included. Maybe let's say his premium based on his age is 55 rand. Then you write the premium. When you put in the premium, you write the amount, and it will don't put the R, it will put the R, the system will put the R. And then also if you have to put a cent, let's say 55 rand 50, 55 rand, use the dot to put in, to allow to put in the cents, the dot, not the comma, 55.50. then when you can enter, it will put you 55 rand 50. I didn't put the R. If you use a comma instead, it will be 55 comma 50. It will not put the R, and as soon as you've got a premium which hasn't got an R, it means, which the system did not put automatically the R, it means that is not an amount according to the programming of the spreadsheet. So it needs to put you an R, then you know it's a figure. When you do an auto sum at the bottom, I'll show you how it will then calculate. Okay, great. So inclusive. Okay, great. Right. Then you put all the extendeds. If the extendeds were there's an uncle, you put an uncle. And then you write the premium. If there's a sister, you put the sister in your premium. If you don't have the actual relationship, you don't know if it's an uncle or father, just leave it as extended dependent. It's okay. It's alright. Great. And then you remember this up to the premium. Then here you write their covers. Like for example, father, you will write the cover. The cover can be any amount. You can choose to have a lesser cover than the principal, but it cannot be more than what the principal has taken. Even for the spouse, you'll put the premium, the cover. The cover for the spouse will always be the same as the cover for the principal. The cover for the children, you don't have to put an amount there, but even if you put an amount such as same as the one for the principal, it's okay, it's allowed. However, you will have seen from your rate guide that they pay an amount that the child will pass on being at. So just note that. Okay, do not write the amounts which they wrote on the rate guide, because that is the amount which says if the child passes on this particular age, this is how much you'll pay. So write either the full cover, though whatever you know that the children will actually be paid depending on the age that he passed on at according to the rate guide. The same thing, you write it on the benefit code. Now you write their names. If it's a child, it's a spouse, you write their names, their surnames, the ID numbers. If you're writing an ID number and the ID number begins with 0, for example, 02 2002 child, 02 whatever the case is in the front there, you'll realize when you press an enter, the 0 disappeared. So when you write an ID number of it that begins an ID, or either a cell phone or any number that begins with a 0, there's a sign on your keyboard just before the enter. You start with this sign, that sign that I just put there, and then you put your 0 just before you enter, and then you enter, then to show you the number. That's when you enter in that ID number. Okay, and the contact number, the same thing. When you put a 079 like that, you need to start with the sign to ensure just before the enter on your keyboard, it is that sign, and then you do your 079. When you enter, it will show you 079. You don't have to put the addresses going forth. For the children, we capture up to ID number, children's spouse, beneficiaries, everyone. The phone numbers we need it for the principal. Now I've just showed you how you capture there, and the premium, you'll remember the premium, you'll have got it from the rate guide. Great. And then the same thing happens for police number 2. You start over, that is your second class. You start over, you capture all your people. If you find, for example, now you have captured only on this particular policy, you've got only one person maybe. there's not any other people, and you want to remove the other people, you click on the next row which you want to remove people, you right click, and then you highlight, then you right click on any highlighted area, and then with your mouse or your pad on your laptop, and you click delete to delete all the other cells that you don't need. Okay, great. If you made a mistake, then you can always undo it to go back there. The delete is not the delete on the cable. If you use the delete on the cable, this is what happens. I mean on the keyboard, sorry, it deletes only the contents but leave the cells. So let's undo. So you highlight, you right click on your mouse or your pad on your laptop, and then you click the delete there, then delete everything. Okay, great. Now that's if you have got some cells that you do not need. If you wanted to increase cells for some reason, you will click there on the last, and then you'll select, and then you'll insert a cell. Thank you. Great. Okay, there's on the spreadsheet, you'll see that there's some places where they've put beneficiary. We don't need a beneficiary. Please just delete that. Okay, we don't need that. Alright, then that's fine. That's your spreadsheet. It goes up to 20. For example, you've got 10 clients, up to only 10 clients. When you get your last 10 clients, you just select there from the customer that you don't, the list that you don't need, and you highlight, and then you delete everything. Okay, that's that on the spreadsheet. I hope it makes sense, guys. Thank you very much. Let me see if I'm not leaving anything out. Okay, what am I leaving out? I think we're good. Guys, on the spreadsheet. Any questions, you can always give us a call. Ask us to give you a call back. 087-510-5375. 087-510-5375. There's the phone numbers on our website. We can always give you a call and clarify for you, or send an email on info@mbtinshu.com. Okay, some of you also have our website, and then our Facebook page. You can also inbox us from there. Okay, you can also inbox us from there, and we assist you from that particular point. Thank you very much, people. And any questions, you can please do give me a shout. Thank you.